for those out there that don't understand what IoT is and what it can bring for society, like what's a good like overview of that vision?
Great. Well, the IoT stands for Internet of Things. And when it comes to the Internet of Things, there's only, I like to summarize it. I don't want to go too deep, but I like to summarize it in three ways. The IoT network allows for anything that can be connected to be connected. And so whether you want to connect your refrigerator so that it'll talk to you and tell you when you're low on items, whether you want to connect it to your dog, or to anything that can be tracked, which is number two. So if you want your dog to be tracked, or you want to have home security on the go, we're working with a partner, for example, called Smart Mimic, which has created a device that you can place anywhere. And whenever there's movement around, whether you put in your laptop bag or your car, it'll tell you whether it's being broken into or whether it's being handled by someone else. And so the first thing around IoT is anything that can be connected, we should connect. Number two, anything that can be tracked if you want to track stuff. And number three, which I think is the most important, and especially for us in the first world, is automation of life. And so what the IoT network can do is it can create automated functions within our lives so that our lives are easier and we're not doing manual tasks. One of the great examples that I like to use with friends is, it kind of sounds like a movie, but we're moving to this world where when you wake up, you might have a sensor in the corner that notices that you wake up, and immediately it sets the temperature, puts on your favorite music, it starts the coffee pot, right? It loads up your computer so that you have your schedule for the day. And these are all opportunities for greater automation of life. And so having all of these network devices connected through the Internet of Things allows us to have more quality of life, where we're not spending time manually doing things, but spending time creatively building. And so that's something that I'm extremely excited about, when we can have all these different devices connect on a LoRaWAN network, or a long-fi network that is low bandwidth, and they're constantly talking to each other, and it makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah, that sounds like a really exciting future. Like, hopefully the robots don't take over. Like, is that a fear that you have, or do you think that's naive fear?
One of the things that I've actually been asked this question a lot, Brandon, before, when it comes to whether we're building Skynet. So some people say, well, if you're building the global IoT network, aren't you building Skynet, and aren't you building it so that the Terminator can take over? No, we're not doing that. To build Skynet, you need more than just devices chirping at each other. Remember, these are low bandwidth devices. You're not going to be streaming movies through IoT just yet, for sure. And so we're not creating any type of Skynet. We're not creating any type of machines that are going to destroy us. And the short answer is that I don't think that we're going to be able to put consciousness into machines. And until we figure that out and put consciousness in these machines, then we're not going to have any issues with them rising up and having some moral obligation to destroy us.
Yeah, I sure hope not. Those would be some really slow robots with that bandwidth.
Oh, for sure, for sure.